it is Grace here, and today I've got a very exciting video. Basically, I went into Primark and I was looking through the makeup section and I couldn't believe how many products that they were selling looked like other products, higher end products on the market, and I was just absolutely shook by it. So I decided to buy all of this makeup and basically just do a whole video on it, testing it out, seeing if it's kind of similar to the actual products. I don't want this to sound shady to Primark at all, because I understand what they're doing. They're looking at the trends and trying to sell it for a cheaper price, that people that can't afford to buy the more expensive things can buy the cheaper things. So I do understand why they're doing it, but I just thought it'd be an interesting video. Most of the things we have here are eyeshadow palettes. Legit, I have 5 eyeshadow palettes which we're going to be trying out today. Also have a highlighter palette which I'll get to the tea, and as well as this I have a couple brushes. I also bought as a line that looks exact to the Kim Kardashian one, but I decided to keep that for a separate video, which I'm going to be trying to do Kim Kardashian's makeup using the cheap products. So keep your eyes out for that. They also sell lip kits, so I bought a lip kit as well. So yeah, that's the tea. Okay, so you probably noticed that I haven't got any makeup on, so we're going to try and do our makeup using the brushes that I saw were very heavily inspired by other people. The first set that we have comes with 4 makeup brushes, which is £8. These are the Aqua Glitter brush set. It comes with a little makeup bag. Ow, my nail. But when you turn them, all of the glitter goes down, which I think is really cool. But these are literally exact to the brand Revolve. Revolve literally do these exact brushes, as well as they literally have this exact makeup bag. The thing with Primark brushes is they feel amazingly soft. So this brush I thought very similar to the brand Storybook, and they do rose brushes. I understand if they want to take inspiration from maybe bigger brands because they're more well known, but Storybook and Revolve aren't massive brands, and that's kind of what annoys me a bit. So this is the brush. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I can't get the Disney tag off. I bought these from Primark ages ago, but they are the mermaid brushes. I bought these so long ago. I love Primark brushes. I use this eyeshadow brush is my favourite eyeshadow brush, as well as this big fluffy brush. So there's no shade to the Primark brushes. I use them all the time. We're going to try and do our base with the brushes, see how they work, and then we'll have a go with the eyeshadow. Sounds good? Okay, I'm going to be using the Fenty foundation, and I think I'm going to use my big Beauty and the Beast brush. It doesn't feel that dense, but I don't really know what other brush I could use, so we're just going to use it. Alright, sweethearts? Whoa, she's thick. Okay, I feel like I need something to put my hair back. I'm actually gonna look ridiculous, but I don't even care. Yes! Okay, calm down. The foundation, I thought it was gonna look extremely streaky, and it doesn't at all. So shout out. I basically just want to see if the dupes work. It's a tough one because it's kind of on one way I'm you shouldn't be copying other brands, but on the other way I'm for people that can't afford or don't want to spend that much money on makeup, which is fair play because I don't spend that much money on makeup, then they can, they can buy things like this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to be using the smaller little brush here for my concealer. It looks quite nice on the everywhere apart from the eyes, which is what I've found. The brush kind of cakes the concealer. Do you know what, now that's all blended out, I don't think that looks bad at all. Okay, let's do a bit of, what's it called, bronzer. Okay, so for powder, which brush could we use, sweetheart? I'm gonna go back to the big rose brush. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go back to this one. I'm just rolling there. Okay, I need some bronzer because I'm looking pale. I'm gonna use this little contour brush. Not bad. Oh, my Tarte palette just opened on my leggings. Can you see that? The whole colour swatches are on my legging. So now we are looking a little bit healthier. We kind of have a base down. We're going to move on to trying out the palettes. So the highlight palette I have from Primark is called Glitter Junkie Highlighting Powder. So this is what it looks like. It's in a triangle shape. This one was £5 and it opens up and you get 3 really big pans of product. So what I found, this was a replica of, I actually have it. It's the Kat Von D Holographic highlighter palette. This one opens like that and you actually get 4 different shades in here. Thought it was interesting. I immediately could tell who they were trying to replica. So let's do some swatches. Oh, they have a plastic shield. Hey! On my arm here, this is the Kat Von D blue shade and this is the Primark shade. The main difference, as you guys can see, is this is just so much more colourful. I think this one's showing a lot more on camera because of my lighting, but this one here just has a lot more actual colour to it. I feel like you could use the Primark one because not many people do want blue highlighter, but what you're paying for is blue highlighter. So there you can really see it. There's the Kat Von D and there's the Primark. The Kat Von D just has a lot more pigment to it. Okay, interesting. So this one here is our Kat Von D and this one here is the Primark. I think they're both very, very, very pigmented. They're just different kind of shades. I'd say this one is so far the most pigmented out of the Primark one. And that one was this shade here. So let's lastly try the top one. Okay, so here we have our Kat Von D. And here we have the Primark. The Kat Von D again is a lot more pigmented. I think we could just generally say the Kat Von D is a lot more pigmented than Primark, but what were you expecting? They're completely different price ranges. So let's do some highlighter using the highlighter brush. Out of all of the ones, this green colour looked the most pigmented. So I guess we'll use that. Okay, there we are. That looks really nice actually. You do have to build it, like it's not one of those like instant glow ones. Okay, you see what I mean? Now you can kind of see it when I'm forward, you can see a blue tinge. I think I would recommend this only if you like colourful highlights, because for me, although I like it when I'm facing the directions, when I look forward I can just see streaks, but I feel like there obviously is a market out there for people who like colourful highlighter, otherwise this palette would not have been made to begin with. So on to eyeshadow. Finally, we have a lot of looks to do. The first palettes that I found from Primark that I thought were very heavily inspired by other brands are these 2 really small little palettes here. So these were £3. I feel like you can even kind of see by the look of them. I immediately realised these were inspired by the Huda Beauty little palettes, and with the Huda Beauty you get 9 eyeshadows. You get 9 here. So I got the Amber Passion one, which is kind of the warm brown one. They had a smoky one which is inspired by her smoky palette. So let's have a look at these. So here are the 2 palettes once they are open. I think we're going to use this one here just because I feel like these are most like the Huda Beauty ones, and I also know that this one was a lot more popular than the dark one. And I don't really blame Primark for this, just because I know that like browns and oranges are so in. For instance, Revolution came out with this palette which also looks a lot like the Huda Beauty palettes. So I'm using the Primark Mermaid brush, however I might use other ones not from Primark if I feel like it. I'm going to go in with this top colour here. That is really pigmented. I am massively impressed. I can't believe how pigmented that actually is. I'm going to put on this dark brown on the outers of my eyeball. Okay, I think that looks really nice. I think I'm going to go in with this really dark one here and just like pack that on. Yep. I'm going to be using the most orange shade and just popping that in the, on my eyes, I don't know what to say. Darker colours are a lot more pigmented than the lighter colours. When I swirl my brush around, can you guys see? You may not even be able to see the kit back, but I can. What I always like to do when I've put a lot of colours on my eyeballs is take the lightest colour and just kind of go through all of them like that. It just blends them all together. I think I'm going to put the darkest colour on my under eyes, and then take the lightest orange and pop in that there. And then going back to my highlighter palette and just on my finger, going like that. Okay, so that is it for the first eyeshadow look using that orange palette. I actually really like this palette. I think it's really, really good if you are on a budget, but just be wary. There is kickback on the pan, and the actual orange colour is not pigmented, but the darker colours are a lot more pigmented and actually are like extremely pigmented. I couldn't believe it. And let's go on to the next eyeshadow look. So now we are back. We are going to use another eyeshadow palette. I'm going to save the one that I'm most excited for the end. We have two eyeshadow palettes here. A lot of these are actually broken because they basically had no of the eyeshadow palettes there, so I had to use the last ones. This was £4.50 reduced to £2. It's called the After Party. It has a lot of the blue colours there, and I also got this one called Urban. It consists of the rainbow colours there. There's been a massive trend in blue eyeshadow recently due to the Kim Kardashian and Mario palette. So I thought these were really interesting because they're, especially this After Party one, it's heavily inspired by the blue colours. I thought this is very much laid out like the Urban Decay palettes. This Urban one wasn't that inspired by an eyeshadow palette that's already out. It's just a layout that like really reminded me of Urban Decay palettes, especially on the back. They've got all the shade names. They're like crushed eyeshadow. I own this Urban Decay palette, which is really much inspired by blue eyeshadows. So it's not just Primark who are doing this, it's a lot of makeup brands. So I thought we could do this palette next, and this is going to be so interesting to try and do a full eyeshadow look with this, because there is two mattes which are both blue. Every shade in here has fingerprints in it, so if I don't get an eye disease, like, God's sake there, you know what I mean? So we're going to start with the light blue here. Okay, right. This kind of, you know, in the last palette I said the light shades don't show up as much. This again is the situation. I'm kind of having to You played me. Oh my. There is the kind of aqua colour. So I'm going to pack on that really dark blue. I'm going to regret this. What? There is no pigment on that dark blue. Are you having a laugh? Right, I feel like I've had enough of this palette. Like, look at all that kickback. It just looks like a muddy mess. There's no way that I can make this look good. Look at this. Where is, it's patchy, it's not pigmented. I had high hopes for that because of the palette that I just tried. I thought was really good. So my high hopes I had there. Let's move on to our last palette. I'm not going to try this one just because I just want to show you guys the layout of it. There's no palette that I can think of that literally has rainbow colours like that. But I just want to show you guys the layout. I thought it was interesting. But the next palette we have, which is called the Exotica palette. Again, this one has, oh my god, this makes me feel a bit sick. This one has been used to the next extreme. I'm going to have to scrape off the first layer of this because, so here it is. Can you see those finger marks? And there's really bad, oh, look at the blue and the pink. That's disgusting. But this palette really reminded me of, what are those palettes called? I'll put it here. That's what it reminded me of. I'm actually going to have to scrape off the first layer. I was not being dramatic. I was being dead serious. Oh my god, when I wipe away everyone's fingerprints, it's literally a new colour. I want to do pink on my inner going out to the orange. So I'm going to start with the orange kind of colour. I feel like the orange is going to be so pigmented. I've just got a feeling. Okay. It's okay. I like a mess. Like, look at this. Look at this kickback. Right, everyone pray. 1, 2, 3, pray. Oh. Oh my god. Are you actually joking? Not today, sis. Okay, if I look pink, which I do, you know why. Blend these, shall we? Oh my god. When you blend them, they blend into nothing. Look. Where has all of the eyeshadow gone that I just put on? I'm going to try and do a purple and blue eye. The first palette was so good. I think I'm done with this palette. I don't really know what else I can do. Hello darkness, my old friend. I feel like we can all kind of take from this video that my favourite, I can't even speak like this. I forgot to try the lip kit. Let's try it. I got the shade Sweet Talk. I put the lip liner on. And let's try the matte liquid lipstick that comes with. I actually love that. This isn't a shade I would ever wear, but I actually really like the formula of the matte lipstick. Feels so creamy, and the lip liner I actually think was really good. I love the Huda Beauty palette. They were so pigmented. I couldn't believe how pigmented they were. So the rest of the palettes I just weren't a fan of. The highlighter palette I actually thought was quite good. And the lip kit I loved. So 3 things I really liked. The other palettes I just could not work with. I couldn't even create an eyeshadow look with them because they just had no pigment to them. And the brushes I really like. I back Primark brushes and %. I love Primark brushes. Okay, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. This is no shade to Primark. I understand what they were going for with these ranges. I mean, they're taking inspiration from what was trendy, but I think the execution of some of them could have been a lot better. I did love a lot of the product. I know there's other brands out there that take inspiration from different brands. Like, I've got some in my head, so if you guys want me to try out other brands that take inspiration from other brands and let you guys know the tea on that, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!